We are here with Ashley Cooke on Pure Country. Nice to finally meet you.
Oh my gosh, you too. Absolutely.
So you are in Canada. What are you thinking so far? First trip here?
First trip ever. Okay. Like, this is my second day ever stepping foot in Canada. It's beautiful.
It's
the
cold.
Snow is a lot. I won't lie. It's very cold, but it's really cool. The people are all so kind and so fun, and it's awesome. It kind of feels like the U.S. in a lot of ways, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's close to it, so.
Yeah, we're in North America.
Yeah,
we're all
100%.
family. But you grew up in Florida, so obviously this is a bit of a change in just the weather. But what has it been like, your first introduction to Canadian fans, getting to jump on the road with the Reklaws and also get on stage with them and perform a song?
I know. Yeah, we did What the Truck together last night. It's been so fun. I was, telling my whole camp, I was like, I had no idea that I had fans in Canada. And it's shocking to me in the best way. I mean, getting up on stage last night, I had no idea if people would even remotely know who I am, because I've never been here before.
Yeah.
And getting up there, there was rows and rows of people singing back the words to my songs. And I was like, this is so crazy. Also because it's sold out before they even announced that I was on the lineup. So it really shocked me. And I was really, pleasantly surprised and flattered that they knew and came to say hey at merch. And like I said, that they've been following me for a long time on TikTok and all of that. So Canada's dope. We could say that.
I love seeing like the posts of just people, sharing some of the songs and then you getting to meet people, because I feel like that is the feeling you're having. You come here and you're like, for the first time, there's a lot of people that know your music, just so you know.
Yeah, it's shocking. And I'm like, what the heck? It's really, really cool, especially just never having been here. So
and you had not met the Reklaws prior to this, right?
Never. No, and I love their music.
Yeah, they're incredible. And their energy is great. Like, you couldn't have picked a better crew to kick 100%. Off your trip to Canada.
Me and Jenna actually met in the gym hotel, the
really?
hotel gym. And we got on the treadmill and I was like, oh my gosh, she's like, hey! And they asked me to sing What the Truck with them the morning of yesterday. So I had to learn it before yesterday's show. But hey, we pulled it off.
That's
it worked
when
out.
Like the best stuff comes together, is
100%.
when it just is like, spur of the moment.
Spontaneous.
How was the whiskey that they gave you? Because I saw they gave you a pretty epic gift basket.
Oh my gosh.
For the first night.
It was delicious. They gave me like a Tim Hortons gift card, which we hit up this morning.
Yes.
They gave me some like maple syrup, however you say it. I don't know. And this 12-year aged whiskey. And me and my photographer tried it last night. And it was definitely strong, but really, really good.
I watched you sipping it. Like, I cannot drink alcohol straight. And as I was like about to throw up as you were drinking it, and I was like, that girl is tough as nails. Good
I love
for
whiskey.
Her.
Big
you
whiskey
do love
girl.
whiskey, yes.
Yeah.
So I want to know, because a lot of our Canadian fans are getting, introduced to you for the first time. How did music really start for you? Because I know it was a very young age that you really got into music.
Yeah, I was 11 when I first wrote my first song and performed and stuff, and fell in love with the craft. And then I ended up going to college at Belmont University in Nashville, which you live now.
Yep.
And honestly, I didn't study music. I studied communications and marketing. But
we
at
went
Belmont,
to school for the same thing.
No way, I love that. Blonde hair, we're twins. But yeah, so I went to Belmont to study communications and marketing, and was around music because obviously Belmont and Nashville is just in Music City. And I had come to Nashville on and off throughout like my childhood and stuff. I was in music like my whole life, just traveling and writing songs and moving around a ton for my dad's job, which kind of all of that. But yeah, so I went to Belmont and was just surrounded by music the whole time, even though I wasn't studying it. And my senior year at Belmont, I applied for this thing called the Country Showcase at Belmont.
Okay.
Which, like, if you've heard of it, it's kind of like in the Belmont world more so than outside of it. But like, people like Tyler Hubbard from FGL and Brad Paisley, they've all won the competition. And so I applied, like, kind of, what the hell, senior year. Just, I used to do this all the time when I was a kid. Like, might as well check it out and apply. Applied, got in, won. I was like one of the, I think the only non-music major to win the competition.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, they must not have been very happy with you. They were like, where did this girl come from?
No, we're all friends now. But yeah, and so that kind of sparked my, trying music full time after college, because I was getting offered like marketing jobs and all of that, and had to kind of make the decision of like the crossroads of like, do I still pursue music or do I go down like a more business kind of minded route? And I decided to do music, and right around that time the pandemic happened.
Yes.
And so I was like, well, I can't really play shows, and so I downloaded TikTok, and the rest is history. So.
I remember seeing like the first couple of things that were popping up with your name, and I feel like it was kind of a cool way for people to discover artists, and you're sitting there really getting to know your fans on social media. So your fan base, they are very dedicated because they have been hanging out with you through the pandemic and hearing every single song that you're teasing and posting.
100%.
I have to say, Back in the Saddle is my like absolute favorite song
I
of
love
yours.
That. Thank you so much.
Being a horse girl, I'm like, this is my jam.
100%.
What was it like though, not only releasing your own music, but getting to release a duet with someone like Brett Young?
It was insane. I won't lie, going from a platform like TikTok, you're right, all these people had followed me on live streams and had commented and watched kind of my career from the very first video. I mean, I first posted one in like 2020, and here we are in 2023, and it's like crazy. So it's really cool to see people show up to shows and know the songs, and like not just a comment on a live stream, which is still special, but like see the user whatever in person and get to interact with these people. And TikTok is really what led to the Brett Young duet. I mean, I had recorded Never Till Now alone, like with nobody on it, and released it and kind of teased it on social media, and it went viral. People loved it on TikTok. And so my producer called Brett and was like, hey, there's this girl, Ashley Cooke. And he's like, oh my gosh, Never Till Now. I know this song. Can I please get on that as a duet?
They're like, yes, sure.
And so it's really special, seeing how social media has changed the game for, young new artists like myself and allowed us to have opportunities like that.
For sure. Would you have ever guessed that you'd be sitting here today in Canada doing this interview like when you first started posting on TikTok?
Hell no. Hell no. I'm not kidding. Like the first post I even posted on TikTok, I had no expectations. I mean, I was in quarantine in Florida with my family, fresh out of the pool, no makeup, like hair and braids, like totally just no expectations at all. I've used like Vine and Instagram and like never had like virality on those. But TikTok, just the way that the algorithm works, it's so crazy. And I posted that first video. Next thing you know, like 2.5 million views. My first video. It's nuts. It's crazy. So I would have never expected it.
What does your family think of all of this? Because they've obviously been with you, seeing this journey and love of music from a very young age.
They're so beyond proud.
Yeah, I bet.
My sister's an actress, and so we've both had like a love for just entertainment, the craft of entertainment, the arts. Yeah.
Yep.
But my parents are the most supportive people on the planet. I mean, I swear they are at like 99% of the shows
They're probably going to be getting off a plane in
probably
Canada tonight. Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. So I want to know 2023, what is kind of something that you are trying to accomplish and check off your bucket list? Because I feel like you've had a lot of bucket list moments already in a very short period of time, but is there something you're really aiming for this year?
It's a great question. I think release like my debut album.
Okay.
I think that's my biggest thing. I've put out, short projects and kind of bite-sized, here's what I do stuff, but I just signed my record deal for the first record deal last year in 2022, and I haven't really put out like a full body of work that I'm like, okay, this is me through and through, track 1 to track whatever the hell songs we put out. So I'm excited to kind of, get to release like a full chunk, a full project, and get to like let people know who I am through that. So
that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like it really tells you a lot about an artist when you get to hear a full body of work, because it's like it's a storybook, 100%. And getting to pick which songs go where on the record. I always am interested to see how that happens. So I'm excited for that to happen for you this year. Last question before we go, very, very important, being in Canada. You went to Tim Hortons.
I did.
What did you try? What did you like? How do you feel about it? Because Canadians are very protective about their Tim Hortons.
It's a great question. I think I got like a vanilla latte, like an iced vanilla latte. I'm used to a lot of ice. There wasn't a ton of ice, but
Starbucks
next time we'll
is
get
like
more.
All ice,
I know.
no coffee.
I think I'm just used to that being an American. But yeah, I think that's mainly what I tried. I got a croissant, but I forgot to pick it up on the way out. So like I paid for it and then forgot the croissant. Next time.
We got to go get you a croissant.
We got to do it.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us and being in Canada. Ashley Cooke on Pure Country.